Your doctor was careless and caused you significant harm and injury, but the doctor's office also lost your medical records. They can't find it. They have no record at all. Can you still bring a lawsuit if your doctor's records are gone, if they're missing, whether intentional or accidental? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. Now, the answer is yes, you can still sue, but you're going to have a big problem. In a medical malpractice case, we use the doctor's own medical records to determine whether or not he violated the basic standards of medical care. We use the doctor's own notes and records to determine whether that improper care was a cause of your injury. Now, what happens if we don't have those records? How can we properly evaluate and see whether or not the doctor departed from good and accepted medical care? So we will have to look and see whether this was a paper record or was it an electronic record. Many times your doctor will send out copies of his records to various healthcare providers, such as a hospital or another doctor who's also treating you, or to an insurance company. And now we may be able to try and piece together exactly what was done and why. There might be all sorts of reasons why the doctor comes up with an excuse saying, hey, don't blame me, we kept these records as best we could, but there was a theft, there was a fire, there was some devastation that we had no control over. In that instance, we have to look at the truth of that particular statement, and then we have to see if there's any other sources that we can now try and obtain from to get copies of those medical records to be able to determine whether or not the treatment that you received was medically appropriate. And now that's the big challenge. The question of whether this was an intentional or accidental is a secondary issue. First, we've got to make every effort to try and find those records, then piece them together, see what's there. Then we can evaluate whether or not this was an accidental problem or whether this was an intentional matter. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you because this comes up from time to time where an injured patient will call us and say, hey, listen, the doctor's office claims they can't locate my record. Can I still go forward with a case? You know, I recognize you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit but have not done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.